Listen carefully, because something strange is happening in your mind right now. While you watch this, a part of your brain is secretly deciding whether to keep paying attention or run back to something easier. That tiny calculation happens thousands of times every single day, and it quietly destroys your ability to do anything important. It's why you struggle to start, why you can't finish, and why you keep chasing distractions like candy. But here's the twist. The same brain mechanism that pushes you away from hard work can be flipped to make you actually want it. Imagine discipline feeling as exciting as scrolling. Sounds crazy, right? It's not motivation talk, it's biology. Your brain runs like an energy accountant. It's always asking, what gives me the best result for the least effort? High effort with uncertain reward? Your brain slams the brakes. Low effort with tiny instant pleasure? Your brain puts its foot on the gas. This isn't a personality flaw. It's ancient survival software. The problem is that this old brain now lives in a world built to attack it. Every app, snack, and notification is engineered to give you cheap pleasure with almost zero effort. So if you feel like you can't do anything, relax. Your brain is not broken. It's being hacked. Deep inside your head, there's a motivation engine called the nucleus accumbens. It runs on dopamine. But dopamine isn't the feel-good chemical people believe it is. It's the want-more chemical. You feel dopamine when you expect something exciting, not when you receive it. That's why you can swipe for hours. Each swipe is a lottery ticket, and your brain keeps saying, wait, maybe the next one. Eventually, though, your brain adapts. It's called downregulation. Your dopamine receptors literally shrink, like your brain lowering the volume on excitement. Now normal activities feel dull, exhausting, and pointless. You're not lazy, your reward system is numb. This is why scrolling zombies feel the most unmotivated. Their brains are used to instant pleasure, so real work feels like pain. Your effort to reward ratio is twisted. But here's the beautiful thing. Your brain can rewire. Every choice you make builds habits. Every time you choose effort over distraction, you strengthen discipline pathways. Every time you scroll, you strengthen distraction pathways. Your brain will change no matter what. You just need to decide which direction. This is where something called a dopamine detox comes in. You're not removing dopamine itself. You're removing the artificial, hyper-stimulating sources. Picture your brain like a room with the lights on maximum brightness for too long. Eventually, even natural daylight looks dark. A detox simply turns the lights down so you can see again. When you take away easy pleasure, your brain's receptors reset. Suddenly, reading feels interesting again. Working out feels powerful. Finishing a task feels satisfying. You're not becoming a new person. You're returning to normal. Most people fail because they try to use willpower alone. But willpower is weak when your brain is begging for stimulation. The first few days feel terrible, restless, bored, frustrated. Congratulations, that's your brain withdrawing. It's a sign the process is working. Most people quit right before the breakthrough because they think the discomfort means failure. In reality, it means progress. Push through it. Start by finding your easiest dopamine sources: social media, short videos, gaming, junk food, endless shopping, and everything that gives pleasure with zero effort. You don't need to delete these forever. You just need a break. 3 days is good, 7 days is great, 14 days is life-changing. But remember, you can't only remove. Your brain hates empty space. Replace the junk with slow rewards. Read a physical book. Cook your own food. Journal by hand. Go on a walk without headphones. Exercise without music. Have real conversations. At first, this feels boring. That's because your brain is still tuned to fireworks. But slowly, you'll start to feel anticipation even for these slower activities. You're training your reward system like a muscle. There's a huge difference between pleasure and satisfaction. Pleasure is quick and instantly gone. Satisfaction takes effort but lasts. Modern life stuffs you with pleasure while starving your satisfaction, which is why you can be entertained all day and still feel empty at night. Here's the secret. Real satisfaction actually creates bigger dopamine waves than cheap pleasure ever could. When you finish a workout, complete a project, or stick to a plan, your brain rewards you with dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. It's that "I'm proud of myself" feeling. That's the good stuff. When you delay gratification, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for discipline, planning, and smart decisions. Instant gratification activates your primitive survival brain. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you strengthen the smart part and weaken the primitive part. Over time, discipline stops feeling like war. It starts feeling natural. After a proper detox, something shocking happens. Your attention span grows. Tasks that used to bore you suddenly hold your focus. Your thoughts become clearer, you make decisions faster, you feel more energy, you start getting excited about things you once avoided. This isn't fake positivity. This is a brain no longer drowning in chaos. But don't get cocky. This isn't a one-time cure. Your brain will always try to drift back to cheap rewards. So you have to design your environment. If your phone sleeps next to your bed, you'll scroll at 7 a.m. If junk food sits on your desk, you'll eat it. If your workout clothes are ready, you'll exercise. Don't fight temptation, block it. Don't rely on willpower, design around it. Also, understand this: the people around you influence your dopamine baseline. Hang around distraction addicts and you'll become one. Spend time with people who love deep work and growth, and you'll level up. You don't need to cut anyone off. Just be intentional about who you learn from, what you do together, and what habits you borrow. Some of you are thinking, why would I make life harder? But that's your hijacked brain talking. From where you stand now, discipline looks painful. On the other side, distraction looks painful. Distraction leads to guilt, emptiness, and regret. Discipline leads to pride, confidence, and peace. Which one is actually harder? Right now, if you're honest, you're not in control. Your phone decides when you're bored, algorithms decide what you think about, notifications decide how you spend your time. That's not freedom. That's slavery with bright colors. True freedom is choosing what to focus on and actually liking the process. On the other side of this reset is alignment. Your behaviors finally match your goals. Your actions finally match your intentions. And the more you repeat discipline, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, you don't force yourself to do hard things, you want to. So, here's your challenge. Do not watch this and walk away. Pick the single biggest source of empty dopamine in your life. Identify it. Remove it for 7 days. Watch what happens inside you. Feel the restlessness. Track the moment it fades. Notice how your relationship with effort shifts. Write it down. Because once you watch your own brain change, you won't go back. You'll realize you're not designed to be a slave to impulses. You're built to do hard things, and strangely, to love doing them. That better version of you is waiting patiently on the other side of temporary discomfort. Your brain is ready to change. The only question left is painfully simple. Are you?